down to the press conference after we heard from BJ and Almeida. Has a lot of stuff that we can discuss on, and there's probably a lot of point of views that are going to be coming from the fans, even from us, the media, and from everybody else. I mean, I'm going to set up a few that I think they might be. Some of the fans, some of the media might think, well, this is the B group, and the B group didn't work or didn't accomplish what they were supposed to do.
Sure.
Another one would say, well, BJ was taking care of many of the starters for Saturday's game because in a schedule, it looks like it's more important, or it should be more important since they were. It was kind of difficult to even with a victory qualify tonight. So there's many ways to see it, and I haven't really taken my side yet because I'd rather think about it maybe after our conversation tonight. But the fact of the matter is that the wrong actually, besides anything that can be said, Nick, is not in terms of results is not positive. It's not. I mean, looking at 3 games, you win 1, lost 2. It can never be. And no matter where you play, MLS, World Cup, anywhere you play 3 games and you lose 2, you cannot say that it's a positive outcome. No, unless you want to paint it in such a nice way that you can say, well, but the team did this, the team did that. Yeah. I saw this, I saw that.
Well,
at the end of the day, you lost 2 out of 3.
Well, you know what? Call me Pablo Picasso because I'm going to be the one to paint it for you.
I knew you were going to do it, so
I'm sorry.
That's why I painted it.
Call me Bob Ross, Pablo Picasso. It doesn't matter.
I choose you a better one.
But you look at this entire Leagues Cup run, and I got the answers that I wanted to hear, and that was BJ Callahan not really admitting, but he described it as giving the opportunity for young players to get valuable minutes in a tournament setting, in a very competitive tournament setting. Now, for Nashville in this case, you're not going up against any more Liga MX teams the rest of the season. You're just full gung-ho on MLS play the rest of the way out. Obviously, they have Inter Miami this Saturday. But back to my point is that you're getting valuable minutes for guys like Thomas Williams. I mean, Jack Mayer, he's not a young player, but he's with these young guys playing as, like you've mentioned, the B team. I just think for this case, I didn't see Nashville being serious about the Leagues Cup. Well, I just didn't. I think I just think they went this direction of we're going to play the young players all 3 games if need be. And Valer Shabila with 615 Soccer along with Ben Wright made a really good point. It's a part of the rotation. So the first game they decided to go with these young players, see where they can go with that. And if they were within striking distance, meaning if they were 0-0 or 1-1 by near the end, they would probably made some moves to try to win that game. But because that 1-0 loss, there's no reason to put anybody at risk for injury because this is a team that's still trying to come back from injury. They're slowly getting players back. Now you're going back to MLS play almost fully healthy. I mean, Patrick Asbach's been training from time to time, I assume. So, he's getting back to that point. You go and look at this team Nashville has fielded the first game. Second game, they win 4-1. Obviously, Espinoza is on the minutes, limited minutes, goes 1.5, gets 2 goals. It goes to show you this team, they have the intangibles to go the distance in MLS play, especially in the playoffs. So, and again, they're in a really good spot in the Eastern Conference standings. They're in first place with 40 points. The next team under them is Inter Miami, who come here Saturday with 38 points. So Nashville has the opportunity to really separate themselves from the rest of the pack when it comes to league play.
Well, it's not necessarily that I disagree with all that because I don't, honestly. I mean, it's just that I found it somehow contradicting, not what you said,
sure.
But what happened in terms of what is being said to the media and to everybody else. Because if you're telling me that you're looking for medals, that you're looking to win trophies, to win tournaments, then whenever you're going to win tournaments, it's not a place where you're going to start testing players.
Yeah.
Now, if you tell me what I want to do is actually test players, then I'm okay. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the results. I'm okay with what happened, and I'm happy. I'm not happy or anything like that. I'm just trying to as a reporter to make sides in here. But if you're telling me that you're trying to win a medal, then you don't experiment. You don't try to test the people to see what they bring you. If you have other starters and there that actually how they can do it. There are plenty of, and this is what I found it even worse. There are plenty of games that this team has already played in the MLS Cup where these kind of experiments could have taken place and they didn't, because the reasoning was what is good we don't touch it. If something is working, we don't touch it. all of a sudden that's not the truth anymore. That's not the mantra. Now we can switch anything depending on the on what I have in mind. That's fine.
Yeah,
But I find it contradicting to say the least.
I don't. And the reason why I say I don't is because the Leagues Cup format to me, and I don't want to sound,
Are you trying to win or not?
no, here's the
I mean,
thing.
BJ said yes.
I know, but here's the thing though.
So you're saying he didn't say the truth.
No, I'm
Well,
not saying that at all. I'm describing my own
mean-
thoughts about the Leagues Cup. I'm not talking about BJ. I'm saying from the perspective of the Leagues Cup in general, I personally, to me, I don't see it as a legitimate tournament to really go all for, if that makes sense. I think with the way Nashville has slowly developed a depth throughout the season, coming from CONCACAF to league play, now to Leagues Cup, I think that they understand now they have the true depth after getting guys like Elias Saad on the transfer market, along with Famara Kamara. They understand they can grab those players and even develop some of these younger guys in meaningful minutes in games like this against quality competition. They can take what they've learned out of those losses and apply it to the MLS. Now, to your point about BJ being serious about the Leagues Cup, I think he was serious, but back to my initial point, I think he was serious to only a certain degree. He limited the opportunity for this team, if that makes sense. And I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm just saying when it comes to minutes perspective, you want those young players to get valuable minutes. And back to my initial point, if they got, in some sense, lucky to move on or to win the first game against Leon with these young players, that's huge. Because then to me, that tells me in their second game, which he did rotate the side, it was more of a, normal side for the most part,
Right.
normal guys. They went on and won that game 4-1. They'd have been in a different spot. We all know that. The third game tonight, I thought they were in a really good position to win, and obviously so. And then that late goal in the 92nd minute really was detrimental to them.
Well, I mean, and again, there's some ways that you can see that. I'm not saying we're not saying this to be right or wrong.
Sure.
It's not the way
No, yeah.
we are anyways. But if this is the case, if what you're saying is the truth, that could very well be, then I'm hoping that I'm going to see many of these guys starting games in the MLS the rest of the season. Because if they don't, if you go back to the same guys, if you go back to the back defenders only with Lenzi and Palacios, which I don't see why not.
Yeah.
They're the best ones. But if you're not going to give Williams?
Thomas Williams?
Thomas Williams any chance at all to play minutes in the rest of the season, then it was a waste of time.
No. See, that's where I have to disagree.
It was a waste of time. Well, let me tell you why.
All right.
Because if you're looking to win stuff, to win medals, to win championships, you can do that. And now, if you're telling me you're developing a team, you're trying to see what you got, you're trying to make everybody play, then that's different. I'll take it that way. But if you're trying to win, you want to win all the time with the best. Now, the second thing is, I know everybody, most of our fans anyways, would probably disagree with me on this. They're all thinking about the MLS. But there is nothing as far as the MLS title as it is right now, no matter what. I mean, Nashville is the first place in the league, the first place in the conference. It's a long season yet. You never know what's going to happen. We have the last season to think about it on all that what happened. The title for the MLS is very far away. Whereas on this particular tournament, you have 3 positions to keep going on the CONCACAF Champions next season already. And actually, Nashville already know what it is to play on the final of this tournament. And they took it serious that time. They went to the final, and they went to the CONCACAF. It could very well be, I hope not, that Nashville doesn't finish first, doesn't win anything this year, doesn't qualify for the CONCACAF Champions. They lost an opportunity right now.
No.
It is.
Sorry.
It is. Can you guarantee that Nashville is going to go to the CONCACAF Champions already?
No.
So that's what I'm saying.
I see. What
If they get the last 3 teams on this, they're already there. No matter what happens in the MLS.
Yeah,
Okay.
I understand that. But what I'm trying to say.
Remember, this is not the NFL or the NBA.
Right.
Okay, this is not it.
Yeah, I know.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, the MLB.
Yeah,
Okay, this is a tournament the football goes around someplace else,
I know.
not just inside the U.S.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah. I know.
That's what I'm saying.
I know.
I bring that to mind.
I know.
It's sport. It's important.
Yeah, I agree. No, I agree. I'm saying from the perspective.
Now, if you're gonna only play to win, perhaps the MLS and nothing else, oh well, that's fine. I'm fine.
I think it's okay. I'm not.
I'm fine then.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the result today. I'm just not. Like I just saw this for Nashville as an opportunity for these younger players to truly
I don't
build.
see it that way.
See, I do.
Because that's not what the coach told us. He says he's looking for medals. He's looking for championships.
It's a double-sided coin, Claudio. I do think like he's doing two things at once, and that is developing young talent with quality minutes along with trying to win a tournament. And I think they did that.
Are there quality minutes in the MLS?
Yeah,
Why doesn't he play them then there?
No, I'm just saying for depth purposes.
I mean,
these are guys that got quality minutes. You can put them on your bench and say, hey, if I need them in a certain situation, I can sub them in and they can do a good job for me. They can get 10 to 20 minutes out of them if I need to. That's how I perceive this game today. That's how I perceive this entire 3 games for this team.
Yeah.
Because now look,
I don't see it.
Now you go back to MLS play and you are now focusing week by week basis of, oh, we play a game on Saturday. Oh, next week we play a game on Wednesday. Next week we play a game on Saturday. Now you're back in a full rotation where guys have almost a week. I'm not saying a week off, but they have a full week to go get health, ice baths, go get, stem work on their legs. I just see it as more of a valuable piece because let's reverse this a little bit. Let's rewind this. When Lionel Messi joined MLS and the Leagues Cup was just starting when he first had his transfer.
Right.
And then the following season on the All-Star break, he got penalized for not participating in the All-Star because of the amount of games. I think for Nashville in this case, not having to worry about the Leagues Cup through the month of August is a blessing to them in disguise because they can now just focus on MLS play. I mean, look, this team was injured throughout the entire World Cup break. Come back, Warren Madrigal is hurt. Christian Espinoza is hurt. Rebecca Whiting was hurt. I mean, Elias Saad had the transfer visa that was not fully ready yet. Famara Kamara now is available. Now you have all these guys that we just mentioned or I mentioned that are now back. Hani Mukhtar is back. I mean, you have all these players that were key pieces to this roster before the World Cup break when they were one of the best teams, if not the best team in MLS. They still are the best team in MLS, according to the Eastern Conference. Don't get me wrong on points. But I think slowly, before they played these League Cup matches against DC, obviously they squandered away 3 points there. Orlando, they lost 1-0. They had the opportunity to win that game. There were opportunities in those games where they were just trying to get back into physical shape. I think they were a little bit out of shape. It was like a preseason. Okay. I think that's the way I approach it.
Well, I buy that. I buy that part. If you're telling me that, and this, not that you're saying trying to convince me or anything,
sure.
It's just the truth.
Yeah.
The truth is that injuries were there and have been there on this team even before the World Cup break. But that I'll take that part.
Okay.
Then I say, okay, I don't have the guys available. They're injured, so I have to play these guys. But if the concept is, I'm going to have to play these guys because I want to see what they have. In a tournament like this, then I think you're not taking it seriously. You're not.
Well,
which is, I mean, I like the way they did it.
Sure.
I like to see what Williams did it. I like to get Saad see it.
Yeah.
I like to see what our friend, I always forget his name, the Canadian.
Oh, Charles.
Oh, Charles did.
Yeah.
I like to see all that.
Yeah.
And I believe that's something that the team can use forward.
Sure.
But then if you're gonna get today and this thing and this tournament, him the first 2 full games, that's fine. Give him some minutes on the other games. Give him some minutes in the LMLS. And otherwise, what?
I think we will.
I think there's been plenty of opportunities for those guys to play.
I think we will see that.
Well, hopefully.
And the reason why,
so.
here's the way I'll back that up with is when you look at the upcoming games, they take on New York. New York has 25 points in the Eastern Conference compared to Nashville's 40 points. When you have a team that's I wouldn't say low in the Eastern Conference, we're still trying to fight for a spot. I think that's a proper point to put in a guy like Charles Emile Burnett in the midfield because you know he can give you quality minutes in that midfield position. Same thing for Brian Acosta.
Yeah.
Obviously not a young player, but yet a veteran player that understands his presence on the field is worth it. And like tonight, he was playing box to box. He was the reason why that first goal was scored because he applied that high press pressure, that high line, and passed it back to Hani, that passed it to Ahmed Qasim.
I believe this that I'm going to say wholeheartedly. I mean, with the heart, that these guys have earned, no matter taking aside what happens, already gone.
Right.
There's nothing you can do about it. But these guys, the ones we're talking about, have earned the right to play more minutes in the MLS.
Yeah.
And not just now, not just on this tournament. They earned the right. They shouldn't go back per se to the bench and then allow the other guys just come in and say, okay, I'm the owner of this place. I let you use it for a little bit while I was injured. I hope that's the case because otherwise, again, if you don't let him play, if you don't play him and let him keep some kind of rhythm, then all of this was a waste of time.
Well, yeah, I agree to that point. I don't think this was a waste of time. I do think this was an opportunity for these young guys to prove their talents. I look, this is how I perceive Nashville utilizing this younger talent of players going into MLS regular season play. The bottom 5 teams in the Eastern and Western Conference, if they have any Western Conference games coming up, but definitely Eastern Conference games, you play the young players near the bottom 5. That's where I think you play those players. Then when you play top 5 talent or top 6, top 8 talent, you must play your A team. Fair?
Fair, we'll say. I mean,
I personally think that will happen. I think that Nashville now has built a healthy rotation of guys. Back to your point about
you know what perhaps happens before you
Sure.
continue that, maybe the problem is, in my case, is that I got used to Nashville playing for everything with the best they could, going hard at it at
Yep.
any case. And since this team has told us, has shown us every one after the other that they go for everything, and that's how they play the championship. That's how they won the Marathon U.S.
Yeah.
Open Cup. They did that too also. So this team is kind of getting people used to really fighting stuff and not using tournaments for other type of stuff, unless you're telling me injuries are the factor.
yeah,
Unless otherwise, if you're really trying again, I go. If you're really trying to win championships and medals and stuff, this is not the time. Or I mean, change your speech. You say, okay, I can still think about it, but if I have to do something stuff to get to think in the long run with that team, fine.
no, I
Okay.
think it was primarily just injury purpose for me. I think it was more injury than anything.
All right.
I think that's where my
That I'll
eyes and
take.
ears.
That I'll
yeah,
buy. No problem.
yeah, no, that's where I stand on all that.
Okay.
But overall, looking at the rest of this group going towards MLS play as they take on Inter Miami this Saturday, it doesn't look like Lionel Messi will be in attendance for the
No,
game.
I don't think
So this is a huge opportunity for Nashville to really separate themselves. And I do think after playing Inter Miami, and when they get back to a regular schedule of practicing for a full week, traveling on a Thursday or Friday, getting settled in for a Saturday game or a Sunday night game, they'll be back to their old form. I really do think so. And I'm not trying to be the homer of the conversation. I genuinely think this team is set up for a really good opportunity to win this.
Having said
I
that,
really
I'm
do.
going to take the other side again.
Okay.
Just because, I mean, just to argue with you
Sure.
a little bit. We're coming from a house that was undefeated to a 2 out of 3 losses right here.
Right?
So, I mean,
But you got to remember, there's 2 out of those 3 losses. Who have they come against? All Hispanic teams.
good teams.
They're good teams.
Miami's a good team.
Yeah. Well, they're good.
So
They're a really
that's
good
what I'm
team.
saying.
Yeah.
They need to go back to that form
I'm just
where
saying.
the castle.
Club America here,
Yeah.
they lost, remember?
I do.
CONCACAF Champions Cup.
I remember.
Leon, they lost. And then you had this game tonight, they lost. So there's 3 games from Liga MX teams that they lost to, quality teams like you're talking about, against players that are, I disregard the CONCACAF Champions Cup one, because that Nashville started their A team for that. They truly did.
For the 18, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when they played Club America.
Yeah.
The other 2, B-side, C-side.
I just don't think that it's B-sides or anything like that. I never thought about it. I mean, from the years that I've been watching soccer, I disagree with everybody that tells me that a team has 11 inside the pitch and 11 outside. No. You have 11 starters and the others that are not. Period. Maybe 1 or 2, and that's it. But I mean, I'm never gonna buy. And I'm not talking about BGA or Nashville or anything.
Sure.
Any team. I will not buy any coach to tell me in soccer that they have 11 starters and 11 on the bench that can do exactly the same thing. Maybe on a World Cup because of how they choose the best players around and all that.
Sure.
But in a team, any team, no matter what it is, name it Nashville, name it Miami, name it Montreal, maybe lo que sea. I mean, there is no team that has 11 on the bench and 11 starters with the same quality. That's impossible. Because the problem is rhythm.
Yes.
Unless you give them rhythm all the time.
But that's the beauty about soccer, and that's the beauty about scouting, is you try to find players that have similar archetypes, similar qualities and tendencies that the starting player has in that certain position. I really do think Nashville's done a good job with their scouting department and development of trying to figure out what player fits where. Like Famara Kamara is a very physically minded midfielder. You can pair him with a guy like Eddie Tagset, who can be a box to box, covers a lot of space. Famara Kamara can be that more of that centrally located midfielder that kind of breaks down those passing lanes. That's kind of how I
I think
look
we're not in the business of talking sending anybody under the bus or anything like that.
Sure.
Especially not Nashville, anyways.
Right.
But I mean, as much as we can say, we're not going to say names. I'm not. That there were guys in these 3 games that actually raised their hand. There were others that didn't. You got to be honest to them.
Talking
There were
about
other-
players that stepped up to the occasion.
Yeah. Some of them did, some of them didn't. Some of them should remain where they are, in my opinion. I'm not going to say names. Some of them should remain where they are, and they're going to remain there because there's no way that with the level they've showed, they're going to take the place of any of the starters that are injured right now.
I'll kindly disagree to that. Yeah.
Whereas, I'm going to give you only one example.
Sure.
Saad, Elias Saad. Elias Saad showed me that he could be the starter for this team day in, day out.
I think that'll be the case.
That'll be the case. But I'm not going to say names, but the others are not going to tell me that they're going to take somebody else's who's not plays and play every single game.
That's fair. Just going through the lineup real quick. This is kind of how I see Nashville playing the rest of the way. We're talking about starting 11 and then some backup players in all this. And don't get mad at me about this, but I got a feeling.
Okay.
I have a feeling you might get a little boiled blood.
No. And I don't get boiled because of that. I get boiled because of the ones some of the ones that you're going to tell me, they're not going to be. I'm hoping to be completely wrong. That's the
I
problem.
know. Yeah. Same here. Yeah.
I'm hoping to be wrong, and you're right. I'll be happy.
Hey, I was about right for this lineup tonight minus Hani Mukhtar.
Well,
We talked about it the other day, you know. Okay, so look.
Still lost.
Yeah, that's true. Goalkeeper, and that's very true. Brian Schwacke, okay. Woleji and Palacios. This is a full roster. Like, we're healthy.
11. You're talking about 11
Yeah,
start.
best starting 11 this team needs. Nahar, Whiting on the left, okay. Midfield, tag Seth Yazbek, okay. Left attacking mid, Saad. Right attacking mid, Espinoza. Mukhtar, Surge.
Yes.
Fair?
I agree. Fair.
Okay.
Maybe we'll be not us, but maybe we'll see Lovitz instead of Reed there. But,
Right.
But
I'm talking about
I wouldn't
fully
mind.
healthy.
Yeah,
and
I wouldn't mind seeing Reed all the time. No problem.
Okay. All right. So now here's my next starting 11.
Go ahead.
And I'm just going by player by player here. The person that should be backing up Sam Surge, Warren Madrigal. Yes, no.
That's what he was brought for.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. The player that should be backing up Christian Espinoza.
Mohammed.
Okay. Mohammed.
Good Mohammed. Yeah.
Player should be backing up Elias Saad on the left side.
Ahmed
Qasim.
Qasim. Well,
Okay.
Will, in my case.
Okay.
In my case.
Well, realistically, well, not realistically, idealistically, Ahmed Qasim. But yes, Alex Moore. That should be like a combo there.
Okay.
Midfield, Matthew Corcoran, Famar Kamara.
Yeah. Even though we haven't seen enough.
Or Charles Mill Burnett and Matthew Corcoran. Or Brian Acosta, Matthew Corcoran, Famar Kamara, Charles Mill Burnett. I think it could just be a hyper of whatever you want in that midfield. Okay, you follow me there?
Yes.
Right back, Josh Bauer. Center back,
Williams.
Jack Mayer, Thomas Williams,
Williams.
Daniel Evans.
You mean back defender middle?
No, left back.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And that could be interchangeable with
Yeah.
Daniel Evans.
Okay.
That's kind of how I see this team forming the rest of the way out. If they're really wanting to compete, I think that starting 11 that we talked about
pretty much,
first.
we pretty much agree on just about everything.
Yeah.
The only thing we might disagree,
Okay.
not yet, if I don't see those players getting in quality minutes the rest of the way, then what are we talking about?
Okay. And I do think in this case,
Because they deserve it.
yeah,
They do deserve it.
they do.
Well.
They do. I do think when it comes to that left attacking mid role for a guy like Elias Saad, I think it could be interchangeable with a guy like Warren Madrigal who can play out on the left. And if Nashville really wants to go high attacking, it'd be Madrigal,
Now,
Hani, Sam, Espinoza.
to
And
be,
we've
hon-
seen that before.
to be honest, I saw something negative from Sad tonight.
And that is,
Being selfish. He wasn't like that in the first 2 games. And if he wasn't big, maybe we better talk about victory tonight.
and also too,
But I'm not criticizing him. Or anything.
Sure,
A lot of players do that all the time.
Yeah.
Especially the strikers.
yeah,
But I hadn't seen that before from me. And maybe tonight was the night, not the night to start.
right.
But anyways,
Okay.
I'm sure BJ will have something to say about it. And
Sure.
Because Surridge did, didn't he?
Yeah, definitely. He wanted to play that ball fast out of the back. Did recognize that. I will say for coach's perspective, for BJ Callahan seeing him on the touchline tonight, guy was very adamant, very energetic. I like seeing that a little bit. To me, it said that this is a coach that fights for his players. Obviously, this is soccer. It's not football. It's not baseball. It's not all the other sports. But I love seeing that out of a coach. Obviously, he has that Philadelphia blood. So I mean, his fandom runs deep, right? And I just think for him, it's a good thing to see. It's a little refreshing. Obviously, the officiating throughout this tournament probably not gone the way that they hoped, for the most part in some cases. But you look at the way VJ kind of responded to that as a coach, saying, I got your guys' back. I really appreciated that from a different perspective tonight. I did.
And when I meant to compare the major league sports with soccer in the States is this. The Dodgers could repeat this year. They could, they might not. Who knows? But they're still not going to go anywhere after they win the championship. There's nothing else to fight for. Football, soccer gives any team the opportunity to keep going out of abroad.
Sure.
And that brings something else that I really like for the players. I mean, we had Kuipers playing tonight here.
It's true.
Okay. Kuipers is making a lot of money in Monterrey right now.
Yep.
He is, for sure. Why? Because he was seen with his team playing in tournaments in the CONCACAF.
It's true.
So Monterrey saw him. He thought he was good guy. He is a good player. From Chicago, he took him over. He's making probably double what he was making in the MLS. Well, a guy like Corcoran doesn't deserve that. I think he could.
Yeah, he could.
Unless he tells me, well, I'm very happy here with the MLS. Okay, that's fine. I don't think so. But, I mean, a guy like, I've seen some guy, well, even that Brian Shraki playing in Spain.
It's true.
Well, why not?
You're right.
You know? Shaq Moore playing in Spain as well, and he played here too.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I want to see more. Because anytime those guys that we like the way they play, conquer something like that, they'll be the guys starting for the national team as well.
It's fair.
So there's plenty of stuff there to fight for besides winning the MLS or trying to win the MLS.
I feel like Nashville's done that well for the most part. I mean, you bring in players from, like, for example, Costa Rican international Warren Madrigal. I think they got a good discount price on him because
Yes,
he did get a lot of Liga experience.
Yeah.
And he goes back to Costa Rica with Saprissa, and now he's here in Nashville. It's just like a discounted.
And now he's gonna have to fight for his place.
Yeah, it's very true.
Which he had conquered already, didn't he?
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. I do like this healthy competition at every level on the field. Even BJ Callahan mentioned in the press conference, he likes the healthy competition with the center backs. Obviously, you have Thomas Williams, Jack Mayer, Jason Palacios, Maxwell Legge. Very deep group.
If he remains a healthy competition for minutes in the starting lineup, then I'm all for it.
I think that's what you're going to see. I genuinely do.
Hopefully so. If it is just a show to see what they have and then kind of put them in the freezer again, no.
Okay. Well, we're just going to have to find out, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So what is your score prediction for Saturday?
I still believe this team, what I see tonight, starting 11, depending on who's going to be, it should take care of business here, no matter what. It's about time. The competition is there for sure. It's very difficult against Miami. And up to that minute, they probably have to take advantage. I have to say it that Lionel Messi's not here,
right?
Even though they won without him somewhere in some places, but still, it's an opportunity for Nashville to say, okay, we just got eliminated from the cup. We didn't want to, and now we go back to what we are, winning in the MLS. Okay, so I'm expecting that on Saturday. I see this team winning 2-0.
That's exactly what I was going to say. 2-0. I
trust these guys. I do trust these guys.
I do, yeah. I think this team needs a shutout, a statement win.
That's
saying,
right.
hey,
that's exactly right.
We're here for the.
I'm with you on that one. Statement win. That's a good way to put it.
Yep, absolutely.
I promise if they win like that, that's the way I'm gonna name my chronicle.
Statement
win.
Okay,
yes, sir.
You got it. I'm Dr. Crane, Nick Frazier with 102.5 The Game. You can catch all my content, the Talking Calcio podcast, the audio version of this Final Whistle reaction on the Game Nashville Sports Network website, 102.5 The Game, along with the 102.5 The Game podcast platforms. You can catch it out there, Talking Calcio podcast. This guy to my left, you're right on the camera, Claudio Villalobos with Nashville Total Sports. This is his channel. You can catch all of his stuff at NashvilleTotalSports.com. Facebook, Twitter.
This is your channel too. So
yeah, exactly. So we're together on all this. So I appreciate it as well. But yeah, catch me on.
We like to argue too, so it's okay.
Exactly, healthy competition. Yeah. So you can catch me on 102.5 The Game on the Jason McJoe Show Monday through Friday, noon to 3. and then catch the Weekend Huddle where I host that with Brandon Bigsby and Christian Skelton from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. right on 102.5 The Game on the Game Nashville Sports Network. Appreciate all you watching and listening and sharing online. We'll see you on Saturday. Ci vediamo, ragazzi.
Pura vida.